Right guys, welcome back to a brand new video. I know it's been a while, but I really do appreciate your patience. Going forward, I'm going to try to keep these videos simple, direct, and just straight to the point. So without further ado, let's just get right into it. Today we're taking a look at the Alpaka Gear Flight Tote, specifically the large version, which you can almost feel that it's a refreshed Elements tote. It keeps the core fundamentals of the original tote, but there are a few upgraded tweaks and refinement in this new version that I'll run through quickly. So here is the black version, and this is the 20 litre capacity, the largest size available. Below this, there is a medium version which comes in at 14.5 litres. You're looking at roughly 5 litres difference in each size, so it gives you a good range depending on what you need day to day. So starting off with the exterior of the large flight tote, this is made from Axoflux 400D material, which Alpaka has been using across a lot of their lineup recently. They're really sticking with it and keeping it very consistent. On the inside, you've got that grey lining, which you'll find across the other products. It is a standard across the large versions of this tote as well. So while the exterior colours may vary, the interior stays consistent. We do have a pretty classic tote shape along with a large front compartment. It opens with a magnetic closure, so it's great for items for you to grab quickly, like your phone. And you do have up to here on both sides, so you do have this square shaped compartment here, and it does have a strong magnetic closure as well. That's very strong and should hold in position while you're continuing to use the bag. And yeah, it could fit something like your phone or your iPhone, or something that's just a bit larger. Yeah. Oh, and it does have a built-in key attachment that you could use as well. I don't use this, so that's why I never opened it. On the front, you do have this attachment loop right here, and it's nice that it's built vertically this time, so you could put items here and clip things that have a flatter and a cleaner look. It's a little small detail, but it does make a big difference, especially with how keychains are designed. And then moving to the other side, you do just have Alpaka branding over here, which is really nice. And then moving to the back, pretty straightforward backing as well. Similar to the front, you got a compartment right here, but this time it doesn't have the magnetic closure, so this one just sits open, but similar in size as well. And then you do have a luggage pass-through for those that like to take this for traveling and passing through a luggage, so that's really nice. And then you do have these folded in bottoms right here to give that structure to the base a bit when things get full, and it should be able to stand on its own. So if you have something like a heavier laptop sitting on one side, it can't tip it over, so that's just something to keep in mind. So if you take a closer look at the handles of this flight tote, you can see that it is an upgrade from what the Elements tote have. This is what they call the roll edge webbing grab handles with a fabric line finish, which gives a wider and more comfortable grip overall. They've added the subtle grooves to help with grip while carrying it over your shoulder. It might seem like a small detail, but it actually makes a noticeable difference, especially compared to like the previous material, which tend to slide around quite a bit. That was a particular issue if you were wearing something like a raincoat where there's little friction. This design holds its position a lot better. So moving on to the interior, you've got a wide near edge to edge opening with the dual zipper closure. It comes with corded zipper pulls, which makes it easier to grab and open and close, and it's a nice usability upgrade. It is consistent now more frequently on the other Alpaka items. Previously on the Elements tote, you did have a magnetic closure. It was okay, but when it got full, it would just burst open because it didn't have that strength. But with this flight tote, you actually get a full zipper, which I personally prefer for that added security. Now, it might be a bit difficult to see because it is dark and black, but there is a concealed compartment right here, and actually I didn't even notice it at the very beginning when I was playing around with this bag for a while, until my hand actually touched and grabbed this zipper pull by accident and realized, oh, there's an actual like compartment right here. So you do have a large enough compartment here that's almost about halfway of the bag actually as well. Just a bit above halfway, but still large enough to keep your items sealed in here if you wanted to, and it does offer a large storage, so large opening as well. And then you do have the main opening, so you got an opening right here, and then it should open up right into the main compartment. But I'll do my best to show you guys. Starting with the back side, you got the laptop compartment held down by a velcro strap, It does have a large laptop sleeve that you could use to store up to a 16-inch MacBook Pro. My one fits in here perfectly with a lot of access and a lot of room too. So you could actually maybe put something right behind it as well if you wanted to. It has alright padding. I wouldn't say it's necessarily the best, but it does have a bit of padding from that little front part, and it does have the accordion styles sides to give it that extra room to move forward a bit as well. You have the main area, which is quite spacious actually. On the right side of the front, you do have a large water bottle compartment, and you could fit a large water bottle in here with no problem. It does have good depth as well, so it does come up to about here. For demonstration purposes, it could fit easily and take up most of that water bottle pocket. So you can see that's right up to the top, and it just has good depth as well, so it stops right here. So it's quite thin, this one, but it should fit something larger as well. And then at the front side, you do have two large organizational pockets. This is good to help keep your things organized and separated just from the main compartment. They got good depth, and it does have good height as well, so you should be able to store quite a lot in these little two pockets. Or I wouldn't say little, large pockets I mean. So this 20-litre compartment does feel quite spacious. It does have a lot of room compared to maybe like the previous, maybe the Elements, where it does get a bit tight once you pack everything in. This one does feel like it does have the extra room, and you could play around depending on your setup style to really maximize and utilize this space. The material itself feels quite thick and durable, and with multiple compartments throughout, you do get that added sense of security, especially when traveling. A lot of the design here clearly feels intentional with travel in mind, particularly for things like flights, but at the same time it's versatile enough that you don't have to limit to just use that in that case. So this is how it is loaded out, just to show you guys how it stands. It does have a bit of lean to it, but the base is pretty flat. And yeah, at the front got this a little attachment point here that I mentioned earlier with the vertical. It does make it better positioned this way instead of horizontal positioning, so that's good. Little tripod, and then an Alpaka hub clip right here, zip pouch, and a little plush toy. And then at the front actually I do have my phone, iPhone 14 Pro Max, right in here. Fits horizontally or vertically, so you can judge by the size of the phone. I'll just show you what's inside. Actually, you know what, you can see how heavy it actually is, so it does get pretty heavy. In here I have a jacket. I do have, if I can show you, my tech pouch right here. You can see how big that is, and there's still room just on top of it as well. So large tech case. I do have an umbrella and the water bottle. So this is a 1 litre water bottle by Lark. You do have the laptop compartment, 16-inch MacBook Pro, and you can just see how heavy it can actually just get with that. So this is the on-body look, and you can see that it does fit better over the shoulder and a bit more comfortable. It is quite heavy with everything in there. I mean, with the padding on this strap, it does feel a bit better and comfortable, but I can say that as time goes on, it will get that one-sided shoulder a bit tiring. But I guess this is the price you pay with tote bags. I think any tote bag will fatigue your shoulder because it is resting on one shoulder. But so with the new web rolled material on the handles, it does actually feel a lot nicer and plush on your shoulder, which I could definitely notice the difference. But over time, it's more so the fatigue of your shoulder from the weight rather than this actually hurting you, I would say. So pricing wise, the large comes in at £89 here in the UK, while the 14.5 litre medium size is at £80. That's only like a £9 difference for roughly an extra 5 to 5.5 litres of space, which honestly makes the large better value in my opinion. If I had to recommend a size, I'd say just go for the large. You're getting noticeably more capacity for not much more money. So overall, I think this is a really solid tote. It does take that traditional tote design and elevate it with more structure, better materials, and genuinely useful features. To keep it simple, this is a pretty straightforward tote, and I think most of us already know that and what to expect from this type of bag. But what really elevates it and separates it is the material and the added features. Axle flux material that Alpaka has been using is strong, durable, and in my experience experience, very reliable. I've used it across some of their other products as well, like their slings, and I've actually had no issues at all. So while the concept itself is simple, it's the execution here that makes the difference. The added structure, organization, and small design details really improve the overall experience. In terms of value for money, I think it makes a lot of sense, especially if you're already a fan of tote style bags. This is actually a lot better, and this one's you're really going to appreciate. The main downside for me maybe is the weight. Once you have a laptop in here, and let's say a full 1 liter water bottle in here, plus other gear, it can get pretty heavy on the shoulder. So that's just something to keep in mind depending on your daily carry. But aside from that, it's a great option for both travel and everyday commuting. Even though totes aren't usually my preferred carry style, I can definitely appreciate what this one offers. If you enjoyed the video, feel free to like, comment, subscribe, and it really helps out the channel. And if you want to support further, you can check out the links below. There is a discount code, and if you use my link, you can save yourself a bit of money, but also support the channel. You can also find me on Instagram if you have any questions or you just want to reach out. I'm always active in the comments as well. That's it for today, guys, and I do appreciate you guys still watching and still subscribing, and I'll try to continue to push out some more content. So hopefully I'll see you on the next one. Thanks very much.